actress in the industry with a string of hit movies under her belt. But with the fame came danger, as she had many enemies who were envious of her success. Every day seemed to bring a new attack on her, whether it be online threats or physical harm. One day things took a turn for the worse when someone set fire to Vian's car while she was inside a nearby restaurant. Luckily, she wasn't in the car at the time, but the incident left her shaken and fearful for her life. Vine, this is getting out of hand. You need to do something to protect yourself, she urged. Vine nodded, knowing that she did to take actions. What can I do, Sarah? I can't live in fear every day. I need someone who can provide me with security, someone I can trust. Sarah thought for a moment before speaking up. I know someone, Mafia Jun Jungkook. He's known for being ruthless, but he also incredibly loyal to those he protects. Maybe he could help you. But isn't it dangerous to get involved with someone like him? What if he turns out to be a threat himself? Vine was hesitant. Sarah shook her head. Sarah, I have heard nothing but good things about him. He is a man of his words and he has connection that could ensure your safety. It's worth a shot while. Vine agreed to meet with Mafia Jan Jungkook. The meeting was set up in a discreet location and Vine found herself. Vine nervously made her way to the designated meeting place to meet Mafia Jan Jungkook. As she entered the dimly lit room, her eyes fell on another strikingly handsome man sitting at the table, exuding an aura. Jungkook's cold gaze bore into her as she approached, making her feel small and vulnerable. Vine swallowed hard, feeling a sense of unease washing over her. I want your protection. Jungkook leaned back in his chair, his expression unreadable. And what will I gain in return? Come, Vine, I don't do anything. Vine hesitated, unsure of how to respond, and she gathered her courage and offered, I can pay you money, whatever you want, just please keep me safe. Jungkook let out a dark chuckle, his eyes gleaming with mischief. Vine's heart raced as she waited for his next word. What do you want? She needed. Jungkook gazed Paul into hers, his tone serious. I want you to marry me. Give me an heir to continue my legacy. This is the only way I'll agree to protect you. Vine's eyes widened in shock at the unexpected request. Marry you? But I can't just agree to something like that. It's too much, too soon. She stammered, feeling overwhelmed by the sudden turn of events. Jungkook's expression remained cold, his eyes unwavering. Take some time to think about it, but know that this is not a negotiation. My terms are final. If you want my protection, feeling flustered and confused, Vine excused herself from the meeting. She couldn't believe the ultimatum Jungkook had given her, and she wasn't sure how to. After a month, Vine was devastated after another attack left her feeling vulnerable and helpless. As tears streamed down her face, she whispered to herself. Her personal assistant Sarah once again brought up the idea of signing the contract with Mafia Jin Jungkook for protection. Vine hesitated, her mind reeling with conflict emotion. She couldn't take the idea of marrying someone she barely knew, especially when she is at the peak of her career. Sarah, how can I agree to something like this? How can I sacrifice my independence and freedom for the sake of security? Vine questioned, her voice filled. Sarah looked at her with sympathy, understanding the weight of decision Vine was facing. Vine, I know it is a difficult choice to make, but think about it this way. You can only continue doing what you love and pursuing your dreams if you are alive. Jungkook's protections may be the key to ensuring. Vine shook her head, her felt conflicted. But I can't just throw away my future like this. I can't imagine being tied down in a marriage, let alone having a child. No, I can't do it, she exclaimed, her voice breaking with emotion. Sarah placed a comforting hand on Vine's shoulder, her eyes filled with concern. Think of it as a temporary arrangement, Vine. Jungkook won't force you into anything you're not ready for. You can negotiate terms that work for both of you. And remember, the more you resist, the more vulnerable you become. It's a matter of survival. Why you have the power. Why think about Sarah said, realizing the harsh reality of the situation. I guess you're right, Sarah. I'll consider the contract with Jungkook, but I won't let him control my life. I'll find a way to make this work on my own terms. With a newfound determination, Vine made up her mind to meet Jungkook once again, ready to discuss the terms of their arrangement and carve out a path that would ensure her safety without compromising. Next day at Jungkook's mansion, after talking a lot of discussion, Vine reluctantly agreed talk, there was tension between them, but she knew what she is were dealing with. Jungkook made it clear to Ryan that he wanted their child to be conceived naturally without any medical assistance. His tone, Ryan, filled with shock and disbelief, finally mustered up the courage to voice her concern. Why can't we consider medical procedures for conception? It doesn't have to be this way, she pleaded, her eyes filled with a mix of apprehension and hope. Jungkook silenced her with her stern gaze, his voice laced with authority. This is my condition. I will not negotiate. We'll do things my way, he said firmly, showing that he is in the charge, not her, and will always be. Ryan looked at her PA Sarah, hoping for help without saying a word. Sarah looked back with a resigned expression, telling Ryan to just go along with that what Jungkook wanted. I'll agree to your terms, but I have a condition of my own. I'll not stop working. My career is important to me, she said firmly, even though she felt really uncertain inside. Jungkook's expression stayed the same, not showing any reaction. Your work is of no concern to me. As long as you fulfill your duties, you may continue with your career, he replied, his tone dripping with dominance and control. But remember that my child will be just as much mine as yours, he declared, her words a silent challenge. After a series of tense negotiations and agreements, Maki Jungkook finally set aside his dark side and he says, you will have all the rights of being a mother. I won't stand in the way of that. Feeling a bit better, Ryan breathed out, feeling relieved they both signed the contract. On their wedding day, Ryan stood in front of Jungkook wearing a pretty wedding dress. She felt excited and nervous at the same time. There was a small part of her that hoped for real connection, but when she looked at Jungkook, she saw he seemed uninterested, like the wedding didn't matter to him. Ryan felt sad that Jungkook didn't seem interested in their wedding, but she pushed her feeling aside, reminding herself why they got married. With a fake smile, she said, I do. Feeling a bit sad as they exchanged vows. When they kissed, Ryan felt a mix of emotion inside, duty and wanting conflicting. In her heart, she felt like this marriage meant more to her than to Jungkook, but she didn't dwell on it. After their marriage, Ryan and Jungkook moved into a shared home, but their interactions remained minimal. It seems as they were living separate lives under the same roof. Whenever she was at home, Jungkook was mysteriously absent and vice versa. There were rare occasions when they found themselves in the same split, but even then Jungkook would maintain his cold, indifferent, demaniac towards Ryan. His icy gaze and stoic silence made it clear that he had no interest in engaging with her. As if she is invisible to him, Ryan tried to talk to Jungkook and get him involved, but he always stayed quiet and didn't seem interested. This made Ryan feel lonely in their big house together.